Hello everyone, it's Jess and today is Terror Tuesday. Quickly, two things. One, I might be changing the name of Terror Tuesday only for the fact that I see a lot of other titles of Terror Tuesday and I don't want to be meshed in with the same thing as somebody else. When I first tried to do the series, nothing came up when I looked it up, but I probably should have done a little bit more research about it, so my bad. And two, if you see sorry, it's all backwards. If you see like random stuff in the background, please ignore it because we're moving in like 2 months, so we have to like quickly pack up everything. So if you see like things missing or like books just randomly there, or gone wherever location I am, that's why. So please just ignore the mess. Quickly, I want to try to make this video short because I do have a story involved with some of this, so I don't want to bore you to death with life problems and stuff. Life problems. But I want to review two movies because a lot of people think they're the same movie or they get confused with one or the other. The Ring and, not Lord of the Rings, The Ring. And The Grudge. The Grudge has 3 movies. I don't really remember the other 2. I did watch them later on. And The Ring, I think it's a standalone movie. If there are other ones, I don't know about them. I didn't really do too much research into them because both of those movies still kind of freak me out. Now that I'm older, I like them a little bit better. I like the element of them. Some people are like, oh, they're terrible, how could you say that? But I think they were really well done, and a lot of people were honestly afraid of it, and they give you a pretty good reason in the movie why to be afraid of certain movies, or the type of movie that they are. Both of them are I believe Japanese or original stories. In the Japanese culture, what they're afraid of is different from the American culture. What I've seen and what I've read is more ghost based, ghost and demon based fears. Lots of things that I've watched, either like kids movies, like Letter to Momo had ghost elements in it, and like demon, angel kind of. I don't actually really hear anything about angels. I'm a little fuzzy on that, but I don't write a book on it or whatever, so it's basically all I know. So that is definitely a big thing, especially there, and it was definitely a new type of element for our time and our generation of scaring and horror movies. So I think they add a really good addition to the collection of cult classic horror movies. Feel free to disagree with me, whatever, but they did scare a whole lot of people, and it was a genuinely good story. Some of the acting was a little choppy now that when I watch it when I'm older, and I can really review it better, but you know, what are you gonna do? I think the who is it? Even I get confused sometimes of which. I think it was in The Ring, where Buffy was in it. Am I thinking of the right movie? I don't know. Tell me in the comments if I'm crazy or if I'm correct, or if you thought that was awesome as well. The reason why these movies in particular kind of freaked me out was the first time I ever saw Grudge was when I was in the 6th grade. And I watched it at a Halloween party, and I didn't know we were going to watch this movie until after we put it in, and some kid was like randomly dancing with cat ears on, and then they just kind of shoved it in and used him as a distraction. So let me just tell you this. When I was younger, I hated horror movies. I hated Chucky. I hated, I don't think I hated Michael Myers. I don't ever remember specifically hating him, but I definitely did not like Chucky. I'm sorry, Chucky. he creeped me out so bad, and I never saw the movies, so I was never able to relate any sort of, like, characteristic to that character itself, or really any other horror movie, but I didn't. Chucky was the main one because I knew what he looked like, and it freaked me out. Um, so I was younger, so you gotta remember that. And then, we watched this movie, and I was not ready for that kind of movie. I guess I was, because I mean, when are you exactly ready to watch horror movies when you never watched any horror movie before? Or at least, not one that wasn't made in black and white and has a piano playing in the background. Oh, Nosferatu. Um, so, going from constant anime and hating horror movies to all of a sudden being forced. I mean, not forced. I did get up near the end of the movie to leave and just go outside. But, that movie really freaked me out because every time I would look, it would always be at the perfect moments where like her jaw was ripped off and like her tongue was swinging all over the place, which now when I'm older and I watch it, I'm like, that's a cool effect. I want to know how to do that with makeup. But back then, like, it blew my mind. I was just so terrified. And like after that, when I went home, like every corner in my whole room was like this death trap. And now when I like see like gifs of her face and stuff like that, or even like for both movies, I mean, because I saw The Ring shortly after that, but that was of my own free will, and I was trying to get over my fear of that kind of stuff. And but being young, and you finally get a horror movie, and you finally get like an idea of what they are about, and the first thing you learn about them is that they're creepy and they can pop up anywhere at any time, and it's just like your brain develops more on the subject. But now that I'm older, like, it still kind of like gives me the creeps because all I can think about is how it affected me when I was younger, and not it just kind of put the known to the unknown, if any of this makes sense. But I more respect it now, and it doesn't really bother me. Like, I can watch it, but I'm probably watching it with, like, somebody else. Last time I watched, like, the other two movies, I watched them by myself, like Grudge 2 and 3, but I had to take, like, intermittent breaks with snacks. But, I was strong about it. And then after a while for The Ring, when I watched that, I really got into it because they really got into the storyline. They finally introduced a character into a movie more so where she wanted to help the bad guy, which I actually liked that new element in it, and the bad guy still being a legitimate bad guy, and she's like, ha ha ha, I screwed you over. Sorry if that was a spoiler alert, but I think everybody by now has seen The Ring and The Grudge. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? I don't know. You'll figure it out when you watch it. But they're alright movies. I wouldn't give them like 20 gold stars. They have manga books of it, and it's manga, please. I will always, even if I'm 100% wrong, manga just sounds terrible, and I'm gonna stick to it. Anyways, that's a different video for a different day. That's pretty much all I have to say about it because we are running on 9 minutes and the upload speed is terrible. When we finally move, hopefully we might get better equipment for it. I do not know. I don't even know if I'm going to do any more Terror Tuesdays. I might go in a completely different direction because if you've seen with my channel, it is all over the place from toy reviews to movie reviews to like random Halloween stuff. So I don't know where I'm at with my channel, so please bear with me. And I hope you have a wonderful, terrifying Tuesday. October is so close. I can smell it. All the places are getting Halloween stuff in, and I'm so excited. So yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on a video that you want me to do. I might do a house tour video really quick before I completely rip out everything, but even then I'm still gonna have like boxes and crap like that over. So if you don't mind that, that's probably what I'm gonna do, mostly because my mom and dad and in-laws want to see it. So I might as well do that, and then they can just do whatever they want with it. So, okay. Bye, guys.